January 17th, 1994, 6:04 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Most Americans remember it as the North Ridge earthquake. But in this timeline, it was the moment the earth cracked open and California fell into the sea. This is a shifted history. The early 90s were uneventful. At least that's what the government told us. But deep beneath the San Fernando Valley, tremors had begun. Minor at first, then stronger, different. A few seismologists raised concerns, warning that something unusual was building under Los Angeles. But their warnings were ignored, buried beneath bureaucracy and disbelief. These were not typical tectonic movements, one anonymous researcher wrote. It was like the crust was bending, preparing to rip. Whistleblowers later claimed that private tech firms, those monitoring deep earth sensors for oil and defense contracts, detected anomalies as early as 1992. Still, the public was kept in the dark. In San Diego, in Santa Monica, in Long Beach, life continued, bright and oblivious, until it didn't. At 6:04 a.m. on January 17, 1994, the earth split open. What began as a violent local quake in San Fernando escalated into something else entirely, a chain reaction. Within 6 minutes, a 1,200-mile-long rupture tore westward through California's crust. A hidden subduction zone, one no modern map had recorded, had given way. Bridges collapsed, roads folded like paper, coastal cliffs sheared downward, taking mansions, highways, and entire hillsides with them. By noon, it was over. Los Angeles, San Diego, Santa Barbara, gone, swallowed by the Pacific. An estimated 5.8 million dead and over 20 million displaced. And the western third of California, the coastline, lost forever. For 3 days, the nation went dark. Emergency broadcasts failed. Airspace was closed. FEMA collapsed under the weight of the catastrophe. Neighboring states Nevada, Arizona, and Utah descended into chaos. Gas shortages, food riots, entire freeways clogged with fleeing survivors. Refugee zones sprang up in parking lots. Las Vegas became a relief hub. Phoenix turned into a war zone. Congress convened in emergency session. The National Guard was mobilized. Martial law was declared across 9 states. It was no longer a California crisis. It was an American reckoning. In March of 1995, the American Reconstruction Act was signed into law. $3 trillion allocated for the largest domestic relocation effort in U.S. history. Over 20 million Americans, once coastal, once proud Californians, were scattered across 30 states. Entire towns were restructured and rapidly expanded to accommodate the influx of displaced Californians. In Kansas, abandoned military bases were converted into suburban enclaves. In Oklahoma City, football stadiums became temporary housing. A family from Santa Monica, once living steps from the beach, now found themselves raising children amid wheat fields and tornado sirens. The psychological toll was immeasurable. Suicide rates spiked. Cultural clashes flared. Generations clung to memories of what once was. The nation tried to move forward, but no one forgot. By 2005, Palm Springs had become a coastal city. Bakersfield was home to a seaport. With California's heart ripped out, a new economic map emerged. Tech firms fled to Denver, aerospace to Albuquerque, finance to Austin. Former Air Force bases became launch pads for a rebuilt future. New cities arose, modular, modern, and resilient. Neo Angeles, as it was called, built on the ruins of Barstow, became the new cultural capital of the West. Glass towers and smart grids, but underneath, grief. America moved on, but not unchanged. The coastline looked different, and so did the culture, the mood, and the rhythm of daily life. The generation born after the collapse has only seen Los Angeles in old photos and fading movie scenes. They know the name, the stories, the myths, but their maps show jagged new borders, sunken neighborhoods, new ports, and floating memorials where Hollywood once stood. Electoral power has shifted inland. Colorado, Texas, and Utah now hold cultural sway. California cool survives only in echoes, its meaning reshaped, now standing as a quiet symbol of resilience in a fractured nation. But while most eyes have remained on the West, A new concern is rising in the east. Scientists have begun tracking strange activity beneath Florida. A newly discovered fault line, once thought dormant, is showing signs of life. The ground is rising in places and sinking in others. Aquifers are vanishing, and deep rumbles, low, constant, and unnerving, have started to echo across the peninsula. Many dismiss it, but a growing chorus of geologists fear Florida may be next. The fractures are forming, the land is weakening, and one day without warning, Florida too could break off into the sea. Because the last time the Earth whispered like this, California vanished. You've heard the story. Now you've heard the shift. Like, share, and subscribe for more warped timelines, hidden truths, and forbidden history. Click the bell to be notified of the next shift. This is Shifted History.